Howdy hikers, I'm Nate Large and we're at Switzer Picnic area today going down to Switzer Falls. Come on, let's get started. What we have today is an upside down hike. We're going to be going downhill to our destination and have to return uphill. So if you're going to ever replicate this hike, just keep that in mind. To know that in order to get back to your vehicle, you're going to have to go back up what you came down. What we have here is some really nice foliage and coverings during the beginning of this hike. In the middle of the hike, we're going to lose a lot of this and be exposed on the cliffside. As with a lot of times in the outdoors, the mornings are spectacular as the light comes in through the trees and illuminates this beautiful scene. Okay, so this rock wall is one of the first relics that we could see that indicates to the past that this place had, to where this was a lodging area. One of my tips for the Switzer hike would be to come on a non-holiday weekday. Plan to hike until noon or 2 and enjoy your time here so you don't have to move fast. Up until now, the hike has been very self-explanatory. You just simply go down the trail. It basically continues that same way unless you want to venture off the trail and see a few different other things that not everyone sees. So let's take a look here to notify where we are. This is a camping / cooking area, and you can see there are a few stoves here. A couple of these stoves are broken. However, this one seems to be in good working order. Nice cast iron stove by the U.S. Forest Service. Little breather tube. It's a little loose, doesn't stay up anymore. These 3 stoves do mark where the trail splits across the river to go along the mountainside on some exposed rock. If you have directly behind me, you'll find what looks like used to be a trail. You just head that general direction, which we will. You'll get to the ruins of the chapel on the hillside. And those ruins are not stable, and they're slipping and falling, so do not climb on them. Second way you could go is to go down the stream itself to the top of Upper Switzer Falls. Don't get close to the edge, obviously. And then the last route, which is the normal route that everyone takes, is on the other side of the stream. There's a hillside pathway that goes across and goes down some switchbacks to bring you to the bottom of the second or lower Switzer Falls. And from there you can hike back up to the bottom of Upper Switzer Falls. I really want to show you what's left of the ruins of the chapel. It would have been a lot of fun to be able to be here in the heyday, and seeing the ruins helps me imagine what that would have been like. So the path I was taking to get to the ruins at this point has collapsed and led me down into the riverbed again. So I'm just going to travel in this way to see what I can find. Possible I need to scramble up these hillsides in order to get to it, but perhaps first we will end up going to the top of Switzer Falls. Oh my goodness, this is a view. Isn't that gorgeous? I love this place, or any outdoors place, in the morning. absolutely the best. Become an early riser is my biggest encouragement. For now, I'm gonna go to see the top of this Switzer Falls because it is just calling my name right now. And I'm not expecting much of a waterfall. Look at how much. It is like half an inch deep. Yeah, there used to be a pool down there that has been filled up with sand. Okay, I'm gonna have to turn the camera off to scramble down this. Oh, here's a way to go. Hope you don't get motion sick. I dare not get any closer to the edge. Whew! I was able to make it up the sloped rock form there, and behind me you could see, let me see if I can get that in view. Right there, remainders of some arch to the chapel that stood about here, and I don't feel like getting up too much closer right now. See, let's go down there. Let's go to that ledge there. Let's stick my tripod up and over the edge, get you a better look. Okay, here we go. You ready for this? See. Straight down near Switzer Falls. Wow! To the other side of the trail now. Oh! Just got shanked by this yucca. Oh, walked through that wrong. Use my tripod leg to brush through the yucca so that way you can't poke into me, because that was painful. Oh. I used to cut off the tips and I'd stick them on the end of another little shaft-like plant that I'd find. Use those as spears. I thought I was freaking MacGyver when I was a kid. Back up here at Three Stoves, I'm gonna go ahead and flip around and head up the trail. Continue on the hike. We're gonna go across the mountainside into some exposed trail. Love switchbacks. Never cut them. So the beginning of this exposed walkway, we have a old rusty chain link fence that has holes in it, and then it gradually disappears. Beautiful bright white rock here, and as I said, exposed pathway. Let's take a look at this side. Oh man. So if you're not paying attention, you get a trip right here. That is quite a fall. So be very cognizant of your steps. Don't be an accident. You'll get a nice helicopter ride, but you might also get a nice pine wood box. Big bushy tailed gray squirrel. Here we come down the switchbacks back in the riverbed or the ravine here, and I'm gonna head up to get to Switzer Falls, and later I'll be going down to go to Bear Canyon. Spin you around. That's the direction for the falls. And that's the direction for Bear Canyon. Glad you've made it. This is the lower of the two Switzer Falls. There's also a tiny fall right above this one. We're gonna get there by going up and around on the right side of the falls. Here's the path we'll take. See what is going on in the falls. Yeah, not much water right now. Used to be a little bit deeper, and I would slide down the water. Landed in about 4 feet of water. Twisted maze we need to get through. See how well I could do this with one hand. Whew. Just love that sound. Water! It's so amazing. It's so fun. I brought my own water because there's not much here, and I'd have to filter it and purify it. Didn't want to deal with that hassle, so I got my own 2 liters right there. Let's get back on the trail and get heading up. Well, this marks a record low on the amount of water I've seen here before. As I said, the flash flood put all this sand sediment, filled up all the pools. So the water is running completely underground here, under the sand layer. And here is the falls. This is the upper falls that we were at the top of earlier in the video. I got what seems like more water just coming down the side of the mountain. This is unrelated to the stream that we had seen previously. Take a look here. And it's just trickling down this slimy surface. Nature has some very neat things in it, including old cars. The engine block, part of the wheel there. I'm guessing this is the frame. Pretty neat. Well, Bear Canyon, here we come. Follow me. I haven't seen very many bears down here, but there are berries, which I'm sure bears enjoy because brown bears are mostly herbivores, which makes the case for why we so scared of bears. Mostly just give them their space. I'm out here filming this video and I was just thinking about the movie Walter Mitty. And there's a lot of, was it just chance or luck that helps that character, Walter Mitty, retrieve the missing photograph. And I think the whole message of that movie is that life is a gift. I'm out here enjoying nature, making this YouTube video, hoping that I can make something that's interesting enough to enough people that I could potentially make a living out of this. But I'm also just thinking that life is a gift. And that makes me happy. I'm currently walking in the stream bed. You see that little stream there. And over here, it's interesting, you can see it's filled up with sand, but right here, it has dug out a small little slope. See it there? So that way you can create the easiest path. So there's the normal walkway. And when I came earlier in spring, I had to go up there. This had about 2 inches of water across. So you could walk in it, but I didn't feel like getting my shoes wet. This is where I just came from coming down Bear Canyon Trail. I'm going to pan over here. Now, there's a opening in the mountain down there where the two streams have merged and head in that direction. And it's a pretty interesting little hike. If I get around this bush. And then this is the trail that we will continue on through the opening here in this mountain, and then kind of going back and forth alongside this stream, this time going against it. I took a quick rest to sunscreen up, as it's, I'm guessing, around 9 o'clock now. Just about to get the sun overhead, and don't want those harmful UV rays getting to me, since I love being in the outdoors. The trail, as you see, and it's a fairly popular one, yet not popular enough that the foot traffic will keep the brush back. This trail is making a great case for a machete. I Haven't really seen the need for one before in these mountains. Ooh. So this stuff is really encroaching on the trail. Well, trail conditions have really worsened. You know, I just don't really see an established trail. I'm following the shape of the mountain right now and the stream upward. I think I'm getting close though, due to what I've read about this hike. I'd expect to be at the campground in half a mile or less. Let's show you how I'm going on. So here's the trail that I'm kind of following, although it keeps mixing in with the dry riverbed. Lizard in there. Oh, come on. Come on out. Well, this weather is brutal. I'm gonna have to put my hat on to help shade myself from the sun because I am just dripping. I've got my earth tone hat with safari flaps to help keep me cool. I hope it works because it's hot out here. Turns out I was wrong about that half a mile, because I feel like I've hiked well over that. It's probably stupid for me to wish, but I was hoping maybe to see a bear. After all, I am in Bear Canyon. It's fun to encounter wildlife bigger than a squirrel. I'll keep my eyes out. Need to keep my eyes out a little better there. It's a perfect place to take a quick 5-er, as it's nice and cool in here. But if you're afraid of spiders, it's also a pretty scary place. Let me show you. All those white spider webs. Nasty. Well, that's why I'm staying over here. Got a trail through the riverbed here. Currently being serenaded by a few Stellar's jays. Commonly confused with the blue jay because they are blue. They have a black head and a tall spiky crown. Let me take my backpack off and let's walk across this old log. Little bounce test. There's the root system with some dirt. Seems pretty good. That's the most amount of water I've seen in one place on this hike. Been some while and you always get these doubts as to whether you're going to reach your destination. And it looks like it's right up ahead of me. Let me pick up this camera and hike on in with you. It's a small little riverbed. It's dry right in front of me. And just on the other side, there's a picnic table and a sign. Let's go ahead and get on over there. Oh, this is exciting. Never been here. Let's see. Here we go. Bear Canyon. Woohoo! That's awesome. And this is the first of a few campsites. Let's see, we got a picnic table, fire pit with a grill, and a cast iron stove. There's a few other sites. I see another picnic table. Had a chance to look around and I found that there are 3 campsites here. Each one has a picnic table, a fire pit with a grill, and a cast iron stove. There are no bathroom facilities nor trash cans, so if you bring it in, plan to pack it out. This is the road sign there for the Switzer Picnic area. I flip it around. This is the driveway. A little restroom up here and overflow parking.